Wow. Why am I running and how do we beat John Barrow? First of all, let me thank everybody for coming today in the Savannah Republican Women's Group. I think y'all are a shining example of a leading organization that helps candidates in our party and has survived. And I know Ms. Phyllis is here and helped start it over 40, 50-something years ago. And she's a supporter of mine and somebody that's helped me give me inspiration of why I'm even here today. I want to thank my friends and family and staff, and especially my family, because I can tell you the last 13 months has been tough with my 6-year-old son and my wife. Because this is not an easy job. Running into burning buildings is cupcakes compared to running for the United States Congress, I'm telling you. This is tough. I want to thank my opponents, and I too, like Ray, commit. There's no doubt whoever wins this primary, I'm going to support that person. I want to beat John Barrow, but it's not just about beating John Barrow. This election's got to be about changing people's heart and their minds. We can't use anger to win one election and expect to win another election 2 years later. The Democrats are finding that out right now. You can't just run against somebody. You got to be running for something. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't want to run for this office. I'm very content being a fire chief in my little old village in Thunderbolt. The reality is, like our founding fathers realized, sometimes government gets too out of control and too overbearing that you've got to take a stand for you and your family and your country. And that's why I'm here today. I did not want to run for this office. I had no choice to run for this office. My 6-year-old son deserves a future. Jeannie's children deserve a future. Every one of your children and grandchildren out there deserve a shot at the American dream. But right now, that's in jeopardy. Now, am I concerned and worried? Yes, I am. Am I scared? No. It's just like fighting a fire. I'm going in to put it out. Washington's got a problem. The American people have been dialing 911 for a long time. And I'm here to tell you, I'm here to answer the call. This is serious business. Our future of this country is at stake, and we need to send somebody there who can get the job done. Now, I'm the only person running who's ever been elected to office. When we talk about cutting taxes and balancing budgets, I've done it. When we talk about Stevens Day, and most of you know what that is, I was a forefront leader on that when I was on city council over 12 years ago to help get that issue done and solved. I got a plaque from Ron and Burke on my wall. They're both endorsed me for this race. And a lot of people say, well, endorsements don't matter. Well, I say they do. Because there's people that all of you have elected that you trust, like Ron and Burke, and Ann Purcell in Effingham County, and John Burns, people that y'all elect and support every single day because you trust them. And they put their trust in me, and I'm not going to let them down because they put their name next to mine. And I've got plenty more, and they're on the cards. But that's not going to solve our problem. How do we beat John Barrow? I tell you how we beat John Barrow. We fight him on the principles because we put principles first and the politics behind us. We don't need a contract of America. All we need is the Republican principles that our people, when we had the power and the authority a few years ago, lost their way. They didn't follow the guiding principles of our party about smaller government, less taxes. We got off the track. But I promise you, America has woke up, and we're going to get back on that track. Now, we are approaching the cliff. This country owes $60 trillion in the next 20 to 30 years in unfunded liabilities. To give you an idea, you could sell every piece of property in this country, and you could not pay off the debt we have with Social Security, Medicare, Medicare, all these unfunded programs. We have to bring common sense back to Washington, D.C. Now, everybody in here supporting governor, everybody's got insurance commissioner, and all those races are very important, even the state house reps who are here today. Make no mistake about it. The biggest race in this state of Georgia is the 12th Congressional District. John Barrow has to be defeated for one reason and one reason only, because we have to have enough votes to remove Nancy Pelosi as Speaker of the House. Make no mistake about it. I'm telling you, I was in Washington, D.C. a few weeks ago, and I talked to Congressman Kingston and every other congressman, and I sat there and looked at them, and I challenged them. I said, the morning of November the 3rd, if we're one vote short in Washington, D.C., and Nancy Pelosi's still the Speaker, and John Barrow's still sitting there, you're not going to blame me. Because I've went through 2 sets of tires, and I've went through 2 sets of shoes already, and I'm out there working. We got people in every county, and it's a big county, but this county and this district's hurting. The county of Millen, Jenkins, the city of Millen, 22% unemployment. Sandersville, business has been there for years and years, a tire, Walker Tire, gone and closed. It's happening throughout the district. They're hurting, but they have faith in us. How do we beat John Barrow? I'll tell you how we beat John Barrow. Trust. Because I've earned trust of people in this community for 40 years from what I've been doing, or 30 years. I'm only 40 years old, so let me not do that. But I'm a 3rd-generation firefighter, and every day of my life since I've been old enough to get up, the one thing I've done is try to help people. And as far as I'm concerned, that's what an elected representative is. Somebody to help people. When they make that call, it's your job. You don't worry about race, color, creed, socioeconomic conditions. Your job is to do what you can to help people. And that's what we should expect out of our elected representatives. And I promise you, if you honor me with your support and vote, because we can't do it alone. I cannot do this alone. We need your help collectively. I ask for your vote. I ask for your continued prayers, because God willing, if He chooses to allow me to be the nominee, I'm going to fight hard after July the 20th. And I promise you, I will not let you down, and we can restore this country. No, let me rephrase. There is no restoring. This is the greatest country in the world. Our light is a little dim, but I promise you it's going to shine bright again. And we're going to take Washington, D.C. back and put it under control and save this country. Thank you very much.